Welcome back to the channel, Cowboys Nation, because what I'm about to tell you is nothing short of a seismic shockwave ripping straight through the NFL world. The Dallas Cowboys have just pulled off a move so unexpected, so aggressive, and so undeniably bold that it has instantly rewritten the entire narrative of their offseason. The Cowboys have officially acquired Asante Samuel Jr. in a stunning blockbuster trade, and the moment this news broke, fans, analysts, insiders, and even rival teams were left scrambling to process what just happened. This isn't rumor, this isn't speculation, this is a full-on franchise-shaking power play by Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office. A move that signals something loud and clear: Dallas is done waiting. Dallas is done hoping. Dallas is going all in right now. The moment the trade details surfaced, social media exploded. Cowboys fans couldn't believe that one of the NFL's brightest young cornerbacks, a player known for his instinctive coverage, lightning-fast reaction time, and game-changing ball skills, was suddenly wearing the star on his helmet. But the even bigger story here is why the Cowboys made this move and what it means for the entire structure of their defense. For months, there have been questions about whether the Cowboys were doing enough to strengthen a roster that has been good but not good enough when it matters most. They faced postseason heartbreak, defensive breakdowns, and inconsistency against top-tier offenses, and the pressure was mounting. But by bringing in Asante Samuel Jr., Dallas just answered those questions with a thunderous statement. From the moment he entered the league, Asante Samuel Jr. has been one of those rare defensive backs who doesn't just cover receivers, he disrupts them, frustrates them, and forces offenses to rethink their entire strategy. His footwork is elite, his anticipation is next level, and his ability to read a quarterback's eyes is something that cannot be taught. He breaks on the ball faster than almost anyone in the league, he tackles with confidence, and he has a football IQ that mirrors his father's legendary instincts. And now, those instincts belong to the Cowboys. Imagine the kind of defensive versatility this gives Dallas. Imagine the combinations, the matchups, the aggressive play calling now available. Trevon Diggs on one side, Asante Samuel Jr. on the other, and DaRon Bland sliding into a role where he can do what he does best: ball hawk, lock up slot receivers, and create turnovers out of thin air. This instantly becomes one of the most dangerous, unpredictable, and suffocating secondaries in the entire NFL. Opposing quarterbacks are not going to have time. They're not going to have comfort. They're not going to be able to target the so-called weaker side of the field because the Cowboys just eliminated that weakness altogether. Dallas is building a secondary that is aggressive, physical, smart, and capable of shutting down elite passing attacks, and Asante Samuel Jr. is the missing piece that completes the puzzle. But what makes this even more dramatic is the timing. This trade comes at a moment when analysts have been questioning whether Jerry Jones truly has the appetite to keep pushing for a Super Bowl, or whether the Cowboys were stuck in an endless cycle of being good enough but never great. Well, this move ends that debate permanently. This is the kind of blockbuster deal you make when you're aiming for the Lombardi Trophy, not just a playoff appearance. This is the kind of move you make when you're tired of excuses, tired of heartbreaks, and tired of watching other franchises outmaneuver you. This is the Cowboys standing up and saying, "We're done watching from the sidelines. We're taking control." And let me be honest, this isn't just a defensive upgrade. This is a cultural reset. The Cowboys didn't just acquire a player, they acquired swagger. They acquired confidence. They acquired a young leader who walks onto the field with a chip on his shoulder and plays every snap with something to prove. And Dallas desperately needed that. But the conversation gets even more exciting when you look at how this move will elevate the rest of the roster. With Samuel now anchoring the secondary with Diggs and Bland, the Cowboys' pass rush just got significantly more lethal. When you have corners who can hold their coverage longer, the defensive line gets more time to collapse the pocket. Micah Parsons is about to feast. DeMarcus Lawrence is about to cause havoc. Every single edge rusher and blitz package becomes more effective because offenses can't rely on quick passes and easy reads anymore. This is the kind of domino effect that turns an already strong defense into a dominant one. And let's not forget the psychological impact. Opposing offensive coordinators are now going to have to completely rewrite their game plans when facing the Cowboys. Elite receivers like Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Brown, Deebo Samuel, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb in practice, none of them are going to get easy matchups. Quarterbacks who once felt comfortable picking on Dallas's secondary won't have that luxury anymore. This move forces teams to rethink their passing strategy from the ground up. That is the kind of leverage championship teams have. And now the Cowboys have it. Of course, every blockbuster trade comes with drama, and this one is no exception. Rival fans are already crying that the league gifted Dallas a star corner. Analysts are claiming the Cowboys overpaid or underpaid depending on who you ask. Some people are furious, some are stunned, some are panicking, and Cowboys fans are celebrating. But that's what makes a trade like this so electric. It shakes the league. It shifts the balance of power. It sparks debates, arguments, predictions, and bold statements. And if we're being really honest here, that's exactly what the Cowboys needed: a shakeup, a spark, a moment that jolts the entire organization forward. And for everyone wondering what kind of immediate impact Samuel will have, let me make this clear: he's going to fit into this defense instantly. He's already proven he can handle elite receivers. He's already shown he can compete at the highest level. He's already demonstrated that he has that rare combination of patience and explosiveness, discipline and aggression, intelligence and instinct that separates ordinary corners from great ones. And now he's stepping into a system that gives him even more freedom, even more opportunity, and even more support behind him. This is a young player entering the best situation of his career. Surrounded by stars. Backed by a fanbase that lives and breathes football. Guided by a coaching staff that knows how to maximize defensive talent. And motivated by the pressure of being part of the most iconic franchise in the NFL. That kind of environment creates greatness. That kind of environment builds legends. That kind of environment produces seasons that fans talk about for decades. So Cowboys Nation, buckle up. Something big is happening. Something special is building in Dallas. And this trade for Asante Samuel Jr. might just be the spark that lights the fuse. It changes everything: the expectations, the matchups, the identity, the swagger, the postseason outlook, all of it. The Cowboys aren't just trying to compete this year, they're trying to win. They're trying to dominate. They're trying to send a message to the entire league that the star still shines the brightest when the stakes are highest. If you're excited about this blockbuster trade, if you're ready for the new era of Cowboys defense, if you're ready to see this team finally take that next step, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single update as we break down every angle of this massive move. Cowboys Nation, this season just got a whole lot more interesting. Let's ride.